Hi. Sorry it took me so long to actually start this live stream. I was waiting for my coffee to finish brewing. Got it right here. So I'm Marco. I'm a tarot card reader / witch here on YouTube. And if you would ever like a private reading with me, my email is in the description box of this video. My prices are very inexpensive, and I think we could have a lot of fun together. I will never contact you. I don't solicit myself like that to other people. So if someone's doing that, saying that they're me, it's not me. If you want a reading with me, you have to come to me. That's good coffee. A little strong. Made this a little too strong. Anyway, so I've dedicated myself I want to be live for at least 2 hours. I'm hoping for 3. But at the very least, I want to try to stay live for about 2 hours at the very least. And anyway, let me get my cards shuffled and wait for some people to come in. It's funny, I'm wearing the same shirt that I was the last time I went live. That was not on purpose. I haven't been live in about a week. I just happened to be wearing the same shirt. I did laundry a few days ago, so this was just the closest thing. This was at the top of my drawer with all the shirts in it. I don't even I never fold my laundry. Like, I have a dresser, and each drawer I keep different things in. Like, one drawer is for shirts, one is for shorts and underwear, one is for socks, one is for pants and things. You know what I mean? But I never fold my clothes. I just kind of shove them in there. I have never folded my clothes. Not since I was a little kid and I was forced to. Although at the same time, that's why all my shirts are always so wrinkly. Although I think it also depends on the fabric, because some shirts just don't get wrinkly no matter how balled up they are for any length of time. Some things just don't get wrinkly. And I usually love that type of material. But anyway, these are shuffled. So gonna wait for some people to come in. I've got my little candle spell going. I think I'm gonna cool it with the incense for now. I've been lighting incense all day. I think for now I'll be good with just the candle. Anyway, maybe later. I'm trying to start dieting again. So it's the beginning of February now. And by May 1st, I want to have lost a good amount of weight. So that gives me 3 whole months to make a change. But hi Raymond. Will the UPS pick up my Amazon return today or tomorrow? Well, Raymond, I think you're going to have to wait. Probably longer than you want to, but so I'm assuming that means tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, the day after. Hi, Minky. Yeah, I go through phases where I go live all the time, and then I kind of step back a little bit. I haven't been live in about a week. But I want to start going live more often, especially on days if I'm feeling fine. I definitely want to go live, at the very least, to hang out with you guys and to have fun. But also, hopefully, I can make a buck or two while I do it. Hi, Sunshine. What's up? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling well today. So, Minky, Minky. So, Minky has a question about potentially stolen items. Um, well, Minky, it's a very powerful reading. They're all major cards. I mean, looking at these cards, I get the sense that I don't think anything was stolen. Um, Minky, I wouldn't worry about it. If you are missing items, then I'm sure you'll find them in the near future. But I think there are other questions you should be asking yourself, like why am I having this trust problem? Um, there are, because I think if you are missing things, you're gonna find them. But that just goes back to you should probably wonder why you were feeling this way in the first place. So, hi, First Lady. Hi. Sorry, the sun is like right in my face right now, and there's a glare on my laptop screen, so it's hard to read the comments a little bit. Um, who's coming towards me in love this year for a serious long-term relationship? Okay. Well, sunshine. I don't really think that this is going to be the year where you meet someone lasting. Um, Sunshine, I'm assuming, are you on the younger side or something? Because I say that because I feel like with these cards that I'm seeing, there's still a lot ahead of you to have to figure out, and there are things that you need to like do in your own life to sort of build yourself up more, which I usually associate that with younger people. Um, I don't think this year is going to be really the year of like true love for you, but I think that there are, you know, I think there are still things that you probably need to figure out for yourself first. Anyway, but it will come. I think you are going to find like a wonderful love, and at some point in the future, maybe not this year, but I do see that happening. So, First Lady has a question. Will the note I left today cause a little chaos? Okay. Hi, everybody who's coming in. Space Cowboy, Brits World. All right, the Devil card is coming up a lot today. Now it's coming up in reverse. So who am I talking to? I think it was the First Lady. So First Lady, I don't think you're going to notice anything different. Whatever type of note that you left, I don't think it's going to cause chaos. I do think it's going to aggravate somebody, but you're gonna get someone's goat with whatever type of note that you left. But I do also get the sense that though this person or these people might be bothered by it, it's not going to manifest in your life, if that makes any sense. Like they might just keep those feelings on the inside, you know? Anyway. So Brits World has a question. What can I expect in February? Okay, let me see. Brits World. Brits World. Brits World. What can I expect in February? Well, Brits World. You want to see the cards? Okay, this is what I pulled. The sense I get from these cards is that there's a relationship that you have. I'm thinking it's probably a friend, or somewhat. It could be a cousin, someone sort of that is really tied to your heart. Someone who, you know, the things that they say can really affect how you feel. And I feel like this person is going to reveal themselves to you in a way that you will see as being very kind of shady and unexpected. The bright side of this is that now that you know who this person really is, I think you can see them for who they are and move on from them. But I think it is someone close to you, because I think at first it really is going to be a bit of a, like, it's really going to affect you a little bit. And the only way that could happen usually is if the person's close, like there's a breach of trust. Anyway, probably the one thing in the reading that kind of stands out for the month of February. I'd rather know who people are than be tricked by something. So Mia, okay. So Mia's question's up next. What career opportunities might I get next? Currently looking for employment, but bit in dilemma to choose the path. Okay. So Samia, you want to know about career opportunities that are on the way. Well, Samia, what I'm seeing in these cards is I definitely think you're going to be doing something where you make good money. I think that the place that you're going to be working at has something to do with pain in some kind of way, people that are going through a hard time. So whether that's a dentist office or a hospital, or it could even be like you're some kind of outreach worker working with people who are living in poverty or something, like, because I think that you're going to be around people who are dealing with pain and you're there to help them in some kind of way or another. But I think it's going to be good money, something like that. Money will be good. So Space Cowboy, hi Space Cowboy, what's up? So Phoenix Oracle Healing, hi Marco, will ER bring my hat back today? Let me see. Okay. Yes. Phoenix Oracle Healing. I think the answer is yes. I see nothing but good energy. And I actually think there's something else that's going to come along with it. So I think you're going to get what's yours, but also even more than what you're expecting right now. There's some other aspect of this that's also going to be really good. I can't say exactly what. I'm not that good. But you asked me a pretty simple, basic question, but I think there's more to it that's actually even better than what you're expecting. Okay. So the space cowboy, my question is, what will my future wife, or why will my future wife fall in love with me? All right. Why will my future wife fall in love with me? See, now, I mean, this is kind of, you know, the space cowboy, I really don't think it's complicated. I think your future wife is going to fall in love with you because she sees a future with you, and there's a lot to like about you, and um, you know, like, and I also think you're a very honest person. You don't try. She's gonna something that she's really gonna about you, something that she's going to appreciate about you is the fact that you're very honest. There's so many people in this world. You ask them how much they make at their job, and they lie and they say they make more than they do. Or, you ask a guy how big his dick is, and he adds like 3 inches to what actually the truth is. You know what I mean? Those are just some examples, but um, like I actually like the fact that you are very honest with yourself, and if someone asks you what's going on with you, you don't lie and try to make yourself seem like something you're not. And I think that's a big thing. All right. Okay. Flower. Um, uh, Flower. How does M see me these days? Platonic family. Okay. Flower. Yeah, well, I do kind of vape a lot. In my defense, I vape clear vapes. Um, I decided that I'm going to cut back on smoking tobacco. I haven't smoked any today, and I stopped yesterday at in the morning at some point. I'm not going to quit smoking tobacco completely, but I definitely am just going to cut back. I think that'll make me feel better about myself. Anyway, so Flower's question. Flower 2743. Well, Flower, I think this person sees you as a person of authority, This person looks up to you and sees you as an authority figure. I see nothing but authority in these cards. I think this person respects you, values your opinion. And this person understands that maybe you don't have the resources to be able to step up and help others maybe the way you would want to. And that person knows that. But anyway, the person likes you. This platonic family person. Okay. I think I'm pretty much caught up. No, this one here. So, hi Marco, I'm wondering about my career. Will I ever be wealthy? I work at a bank and I'm a Sagittarius. All right. All right, Missy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I just sounded like I had such a tone with you. All right, Missy. Sorry. Oops. All right, Missy. I can't even say that without sounding like snide. Anyway. So Missy. Will you ever be wealthy? And you're wondering about career. Career. Well, there are two cards here. Missy, I don't know if you know about the tarot, but it's the way a lot of people read into these two cards and the way I read into them as well. I pulled three cards and these two showed up right next to each other, which that's talking about hard work and sacrifice. And I think you are someone, you want things to be easy. And I understand that. Everybody wants it to be easy. I think I definitely see potential that you could be very wealthy someday, but you're going to have to work really hard to make that happen. Which in hindsight, it would all be worth it if you're sitting on top of all of that wealth. It would be worth all the hard work. It would take sacrifice and dedication and hard work, and saving your money, investing your time. I do think you would have to look elsewhere besides at the current place you work. Maybe try to think outside the box and think of ways to build wealth and success besides working at the bank that you work at. Because it's something, I mean, there are ways to work your way up in a bank, but I feel like the bank you work at, you would only go so far. So I do think that you need to think outside the box and try to explore other avenues of making money. I think if you change the path that you're on, you could be very wealthy someday, and you would be, but it would take hard work, creativity, and dedication, and sacrifice. All right. Alrighty. This is good coffee. I'm also going to try to cut back on drinking. I'm just continuing the little talk I was giving at the beginning of the video. I'm trying to lose some weight by May 1st. So I have 3 months to lose a few pounds and to get thinner. And I also, that's going to take, that's going to take drinking a little less, eating a little less. Not that I eat a lot to begin with, but I do drink a lot. Eating less, drinking less, and exercising more, which I think I can do that. I mean, I can do it, but I'm going to work on it. It'll be fun. It'll be like a project I can work on. I only do one free question per person, but I go, I'm going to start going live more often. So just come back another time and you can always ask something else. Well, I'm assuming the cards were major because it might not be that anything major happened, but the way you're feeling about it might be kind of intense. That's what I was assuming, unless you really just don't even care. But it could be that truly the reason that you asked the question in the first place is coming from a place in your spirit that is a major problem. You know, maybe that it was a sign to dig deeper into where that question came from, because I think it's a big thing. Hi, Crazier123. Hi. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm having fun. Phoenix Oracle Healing. I go live. I used to always go live super early in the morning at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Lately, I've been going live a little bit later in the day, but I don't really have a set time that I do it. I just do it when I feel drawn to do it. Um, but I do think I'm going to start um, doing it more often. I used to go live all the time. I kind of go through phases. Sometimes I do it more often, then I kind of step back a little bit. But I think I'm going to get back into the pendulum is now swinging to the other side, and I think I'm going to start doing it more often. Um, I love doing mediumship. I do it with the tarot cards, which I've had a lot of luck with that in the past, but yeah, I do it with the cards. I don't really think I'm able to do it otherwise. I mean, I probably could if I practiced it a lot, but I don't do that. Well, I mean, I have the cards. Why not just use the cards? Um, but yeah, crazier. I am taken. I feel weird. I'm going to call you 123. 123. Yeah, I'm doing readings right now. Free readings. Everybody gets a free one. Hi, Dr. Rose Quartz. I'm all right. I'm alive. Well, Minky, I do try to I guess I'm just vibing. Um my energy is not always chill and neutral. And people who come to this chat room a lot will tell you that. Um I mean, I usually am in a good mood, but I've been live before and I've been like out of my mind. So I think I would just sum it up to I'm just having a good day. I don't think it's that deep. So Crazier has a question. All right. My question is, how can I move forward in my life? I'm in the middle of big changes and I feel lost as fuck. All right. All right. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of some kind of pearl of wisdom or some kind of message because I think that's like what you're wanting. You want me to show you some kind of door. So Crazier. So things may seem complicated right now because I pulled 3 cards and the word complicated comes to mind because I have a cup, a pentacle, and a wand. They're all good cards though. They're all in good positions. I know things might seem complicated now, but it's actually a lot simpler than it may seem, and it's all good. Just go with the flow, and you're gonna do what people only do what they think is the right thing to do for themselves. Sometimes they do the right thing for other people, but people really are just doing their best with what they know and what they think is the right thing to do. So just keep doing what you're doing. Um, your heart will guide you in the right direction. Um, And everything that's happening in your life right now is all actually very good. There's a good reason for all of it. And I feel like when it comes to your life right now, it's like everything's changing, yet nothing is changing. So, and yet I also feel like it's complicated. It's an interesting looking reading because there's chaos, yet there's stagnation. Um, and it's complicated, yet I think it's all very simple. I think everything's going to be to your benefit. I really believe so. And also the things that are happening in your life right now, even if you just use your like lizard brain or your is that what they call it, lizard brain? Even if you use your lizard brain, you can still see how none of this is a big deal. But I do think that it's all good because I see nothing but good energy here. Anyway, just go with the flow and make the decisions that you're gonna make. Dr. Rose Quartz, yeah, it's love month. I should try to get laid. I haven't been laid in like a year. Oh, it's been like 8 or 9 months. I need to get down to business. Seriously. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Anastasia. Is H serious in wanting something meaningful and long term? All right, let's see what comes up, Anastasia. I love that name. I used to have this eyeshadow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was a gorgeous palette. I forget what it was called. I think it had its own name. I think they all do. This one had like these really beautiful greens in it. The palette itself was green and like that beautiful suede fabric that they all have. But this one, there was a lot of greens in it and other colors too. But I loved that palette. I don't think I have it anymore. I might. I'd have to look for it, but anyway. So Anastasia's question. Is H serious in wanting something meaningful and long term? Oh my God. I got like eerily a similar reading to the last reading I just did. Literally, I shit you not. You guys saw how well I just shuffled those cards. I pulled 3 cards. On the far left, I got the 10 of Cups, which is exactly the same card in the same spot that it showed up in the last reading. And on the far right, I got the 5 of Wands upright, which is the exact same card in the same exact spot that it was in the very last reading. I will say the card in the middle is different. But Anastasia, they're all good cards. I think that this person you're asking about absolutely wants a meaningful long-term relationship. I see a lot of love. I see passion, and I see a really happy ending. I think that the two of you will be together for a long time, if not forever. I see something really good here. I see nothing but good energy. And I think it's something that will most likely last forever. Anyway. I just wanted to say you were right about the person I have a connection with. You said he's good for me, but he's going to do something to throw me off. He did throw me off at first. Oh, okay. Crystal. Yikes. Hi, Melissa. Hi. New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. Will I get to see Andrew at the end of this year? All right. No. Crystal. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's not okay. And I said he was good for you? I should see now I'm being judgy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to judge anybody. Everybody has their things, and that's all great and swell. Anyway, not my thing, but maybe I shouldn't be judgy. All right. So anyway, Melissa, will I get to see Andrew at the end of this year? Melissa. Well, Melissa, I definitely think the answer is yes. And I'm wondering why you're even doubting it, because I feel like when you ask me if you're going to see Andrew at the end of this year, I get the sense that things are already in motion. This thoughts have already been shared between parties. Ideas have already been expressed between parties. Like this is something that's already in motion. So I don't know. I think you're overthinking this whole thing. Because I absolutely see that happening. Um, and it's funny because it's already in motion. Like the chips have already fallen, sort of in a way. All right. I can't breathe with this conversation. I oh no 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 no. Am I going to get what I would need from court today? All right. I can't even. So Sean, let me see what comes up. Yeah. Sean, I see good energy. I definitely think things are going to go your way. Um, Sean, I think I see victory. I see that things are uncertain. Um, this isn't something that you're going into knowing that you're going to get your way. There are unknown variables. There's a level of uncertainty here, and probably for good reason. You definitely have reason to feel that way. That's not like a crazy thing to be feeling for someone in your situation. I think you're going to be victorious. I think you're just stick to your plan, stick to the plan, and everything will go your way. And I'm caught up. Yay. Crystal, please. No. I mean, I know it's a thing, but like, I can't. I mean, I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, God. You know, this coffee is kind of gross by itself. Um, I have to add pumpkin pie spice to it just to like make it drinkable. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, even if I don't add that, I can still drink it, but it just doesn't taste good. Like I don't like this brand of coffee, but it's free because my dad buys it for me. I don't like it though. But the pumpkin pie spice definitely helps it a lot. Um, but hey, which I have to get more of. This cup that I made for myself was the last of my pumpkin pie spice. I do have a bunch of cinnamon, so until I can get more, I'll just use cinnamon to make the coffee taste better. But yeah, it needs it. The coffee is Bustelo. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bustelo coffee, but um, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Bustelo coffee. And the kind that my dad has been getting for me lately is even worse than just regular Bustelo. Um, it's like it's like everything that's wrong with Bustelo, but like magnified. And yeah, it really could. It needs that some kind of spice to make it better. But it's free because my dad buys it for me. So you got to take what you can get. Chumba, hi Chumba, what's up? Long time no see. Yeah, likewise. um, I'm doing good. I'm having a good day today. Today's a good day. How are you? What's going on with you? How's everything over in uh, Scotland? How's the weather over there? Thank you, Crystal. So Crystal, you do still get your free question, by the way. I see that you donated 7, so you also do get the free one. So what is your first question? I think these are shuffled, but let me just do a little bit more. Let me light some incense. I think now it's time. Okay. I lost my job due to the ABA school that I put my child in not being reliable. That was the only job I could find that let me work the hours that I could. Oh, yikes. Should I focus on opening up an online business or look for something else? Okay. Okay, well, Crystal, so when you asked me if you should open up an online business, um, a card that I was thinking of, which I actually ended up getting in the spread, a card that I was thinking of was the Empress, because opening up an online business would have something to do with some kind of talent that you have, either for business or some kind of skill that you're selling. Now, I did get the Empress, but it's in reverse. So I did get the sign that I was hoping I would get, but it's also telling me that probably the online business thing is not a good idea. Um, which that would obviously mean that you should look for a different job, something that, but also try to find something. You might not be working for yourself, but I do think you can still find something that you really do fall in love with. Um, I think it's going to take a while until you find something new. But I think that's also okay because I think you have enough money, or at least you have the resources to cross the bridge of time until you're able to find something new. Like, I think you're going to be fine in the interim. Um, but I think an online business is probably a bad idea. Um, I would see it as a blessing, like take it like a, um, you might have lost your job for some stupid reason that isn't really fair to you. Um, but take that experience and transform it into a good thing. Um, see it as this is an opportunity to do something new, and who knows? I don't know. The and honestly, when you really think about life and when you ask certain questions, the conclusion that I end up coming to is that most likely the reason that you lost your job wasn't even so much because of an unreliable daycare, but or school, an unreliable school, but more because you're meant to do something better with your time that offers more money and something that you love even more. It's probably a blessing in disguise. And because maybe the greater spirits wanted to see you doing something different, but the only way they could have made that happen is if things ended that way. You know what I mean? I'm talking kind of in circles, but there's probably, in all likelihood, when I do the math in my head, there's a very high likelihood that the reason you lost this job is because you're meant to get something better. I don't believe in coincidences, and I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in things happening by chance. All right. So, what is your next question? For my next question, will Sun ever start talking? Okay. Will your son ever start talking? Well, Crystal, I think the answer is yes. Um, See, I don't know. I mean, the way I always read into cards for a question like that, I am seeing this as the answer is yes. I think it's going to be a difficult. I think it's going to be a challenge, a difficult road. Um, to go down, but I do see it happening, and I think what's going on right now with your kid is that maybe he still needs to connect certain dots, which I think is going to happen eventually because somewhere within him there is um, some kind of being of desire, and I'm sure that being is going to overcome whatever problem this is. And the truth is, it might not even be a problem. It might just be. I mean, every spirit, I suppose, is unique in some kind of way. So I think, I mean, this is what I'm looking at. So overall, the devil's not necessarily a bad card. I mean, it does spell trouble. It is in a good position, though. If it was in reverse, I would have said something different, vastly different. But when I look at these cards, I see a struggle, but I do see that you will get what you're looking for. I think your kid will start talking, but it's not going to be an easy road. And anyway, just give him time. I'm sure if you hire help, that would help the process along. But I think the spirit within your child, your son, is the one that has to get there for himself eventually, and I think he will. Anyway, so what is your next question? Yeah, me too, Phoenix. My nephew Kellen is autistic, and I think he's like 11 or 12 now. He doesn't really talk. He says some words sometimes, but you know, and it's taken a lot of work to get him to that point. But it happens. For my last question, should I DoorDash for the meantime? Okay, Crystal, I don't think that's really a good idea. um, I say that because, and your question was direct. You said, should I DoorDash for the meantime? And this is the spread that I got. Nothing here is disastrous. They're all in negative positions, but even though they might be in negative positions, none of these cards are really all that disastrous. But overall, it is kind of hinting to me that it's really not a good idea. There are other things you could be doing, but there are other things that you can be doing. I think you should stick to what I said at first, which is that give it some time. It's not going to be super soon, but it's not going to be super far in the future either that you find a better job. And I think that with what you have now and the resources that you have, you can make it until then. Anyway, but I would focus your energy right now on finding something better. Um, but for whatever reason, which is, it's kind of unclear to me, but I don't think it's a very good idea for you to DoorDash for whatever reason. And you even said in a comment that you do have a really older car. Maybe that could be it, but I'm not sure if that's it, but you're welcome, Crystal, and thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. The devil card has been coming up so much today. In a lot of readings, the devil's been coming up. Interesting. That always happens. Every time I go live, there's one or two cards that come up so often. And that's always changing. I feel like it's a cosmic thing. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I was watching, I mentioned this woman a lot, but Susan Grayson. I really like her channel. And she likes to do readings on Saturdays. And yesterday, I was it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday morning, I was making a painting and I was listening to her give readings in the background. Lovely. It was a lovely hour or two that I spent painting and listening to her. What is my... I have to change my profile picture on this channel. That's such an old picture of me. I'm not even done up. Hi, Yvette. How is my mom viewing me at this time? All right. Let's see what comes up. Yvette. Yvette. Your mom loves you. Yvette, your mom likes you. She sees you as a free spirit. I see nothing but good energy. I'm almost wondering why you asked it in the first place, because I feel like she actually likes you a whole lot. And she thinks you do your own thing, you follow your own heart, and you know, you're true to yourself. So I'm curious why you're even. I say that because for such a resounding reading, I'm almost curious. Like I would almost imagine if that's really the way she views you, then her actions would probably follow suit with that. You know, like she's nice to you and she cares about you and shows it. Mila, how did Zine feel after seeing me? All right, Mila. Damn it. My God, I have got to get new slippers, or at least wash these ones. You know what? I'm going to do that today. After this live stream, I'm going to wash my slippers and yeah, I'll do that today. I'll wash them. I'll soak them in bleach water. It'll totally ruin the color on them, but I don't care. I really couldn't care less as long as they don't smell like shit anymore. I mean, these slippers are disgusting. I've had them for like a year and I've never washed them. Maybe not bleach water, but like disinfectant. Bleach-free disinfectant. That should kill all the bad smells. Because right now they're right underneath me and it's just like I'm sitting in a cloud of stink. All this incense that's burning is not helping. Anyway, so Mila wants to know about Zine. How did Zine feel after seeing me? Well, Mila, in Zine's mind, loyalty is in question. Maybe betrayed. Mila, I don't think he's mad at you. I do think he feels betrayed, and something happened that he wasn't expecting, and I don't know. It's not good. All the cards here are negative. None of them, I don't think he's angry. I don't think he's feeling anything super dark or scary, but I do think there's a feeling of disappointment, betrayal, and being caught off guard. And these are the cards I'm looking at. Hi, Sun Moon. You want a general for February. All right. February is such a hard word for me to say for some reason. I mean, I can say it, but are you supposed to pronounce that R? I always say February. Are you supposed to say February? Because I don't. And I don't think anybody does. Anyway. So Sun, Moon, Sun, Moon. General for Sun, Moon for this month. Well, Sun, Moon, I think you're going to go through some tough times this month. And I think it's going to be several things. At least two. It could be three or more, but at least two things you're going to go through that at the time might seem really difficult and challenging and really just unpleasant. But I think these things that you're going to be going through all are going to have good outcomes. So, though they might be challenges at the time, and you might not realize this until maybe like late March or late April or something, but when you actually look back at what you went through in February, you're going to be able to clearly see how huge blessings actually came out of it. Anyway. Hi, Flora. Hi. Will Abedin reach out soon? So, Flora, I think the answer is no. I feel like the answer is no, but I think by him not saying anything is actually saying a lot, if you know what I mean. So, and It really does. I mean, it's a pretty negative looking reading, but it's also nothing that's like the end of the world. So, hang on, I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. And we're back. Hi, Bella. Bella, what's up? How you doing? Hi. How was the feeling of ZA when I met him? All right, Bella. Bella. Bella, is this somebody that you met when you first started a new job? Because that's kind of the sense I'm getting. I think at the time maybe this person was overwhelmed by something, maybe not having a very good day. I don't think it's anything about you. Um, I mean, if you're wondering about romance, I don't really see any romance in the cards. If that's even the dimension in your head that you're at, I'm not even sure if that's what you're curious about. I don't see anything romantic in this reading. Um, but anyway, I'm not sure. By the way, bye, Chumba. Bye. Thank you for coming. Anyway, I am so sick of the winter. I cannot wait until we get warmer weather so I can start taking walks again. I mean, I've been taking walks in the winter too, but last week we got a huge snowstorm, and I'm sure all the sidewalks are just totally covered in snow. So I'm not going to be walking around in the street so some car can hit me. Um, I just can't wait till it gets warmer. Just wearing little skimpy outfits out in public, walking around, taking walks, going to the park. Maybe I'll go to the beach too, or the pool. Maybe go to a pool, sunbathing. See, I don't like the summer. I'm not like a summer person, but I do love this fall and the spring. I like the winter too, but now I'm over it. Like this, the fall and the spring never get old. But the winter, for the first like month and a half, it is fun and I love it. But after that, I just want it to be over. But the summer, I absolutely hate. It's too hot. Hi, Zra. Zra. That's the only way I know how to say your name. Yeah, you can ask if you want. Everybody gets a free one. What was the impression of A towards me last Sunday? Okay. Well, Zra, it seems kind of lackluster here. I'm assuming that last Sunday, wherever you were, where you saw this person, there wasn't much, correct me if I'm wrong, but there really was not much interaction between the two of you. Because this seems very lackluster, almost like this person didn't really notice you, or you kind of went under the person's radar a little bit. like I'm just not seeing much strong energy or focus towards you. So although I think if this person got to know you more, they would actually really like you. That's the sense I get from these cards. Um, anyway. You're welcome. Hi, Flower Beauty. What's up? How you doing? My left foot is asleep. I've been sitting cross-legged on this chair for like a while, and now my foot. I need to get some blood. I need to get some blood back in my foot. Hi, Sarah. Hello, people. So, question. Why are DR blocked me even though I am their very old client? Okay. Why has DR blocked me even though I am their very old client? Okay. It's okay. Okay, so Flower Beauty, the sense I get from this is that um so Flower Beauty, on the one hand, I don't think it's because this person hates you. It's not because they hate you or you did something wrong, but that also sort of indicates to me that maybe you say you were their client for some kind of thing. So like um I think the reason you must have been blocked, it must be because they're going on to do something else with their life. And just to cut out anything unnecessary, you ended up getting blocked. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's the only thing I can think of because I honestly don't think the person's mad at you or hates you or anything, but maybe just saw you as something unnecessary that needed to be taken away. So Sarah's question, will I hear from A soon? Okay, let me see. Sarah. Sarah, I think the answer is no. Not sure why. So, Sarah, I think you will hear from this person, but it's not going to be soon. And it's not because they don't care. It's just because I think they're busy with other things and you're not like just who you are is not in the forefront of their mind or their focus. So, anyway, I think you will hear from this person, but not necessarily like soon. Okay. Hi, PJ. What's up? Oh, your name's Prob. Okay, Prob. Why Richard isn't talking to me the way he used to. He was so warm at work, but not anymore. All right, let me see. Prob. Well, Prob. Um, I think that Richard most likely got some kind of word about you that maybe he didn't like, or something rubbed him the wrong way, but it's something that he heard from somebody else. And although something tells me he's kind of a shitty person anyway, because um, like someone that can be swayed so easily with just what someone else said is kind of a shady person to me. I think he has shady, there are shady aspects to his personality anyway. Um, but like, I wouldn't care. Like, if Richard doesn't want to talk to you, then oh well. Or if he's, if he's not, um, if he's not being warm and kind to you anymore, then let him. Like, you know, I kind of get the sense from these cards that he's that the whole him being warm and kind, it was all kind of an illusion anyway, because I think that in some pretty significant ways, he's kind of not even that great of a person. So you're not, what I'm trying to say is you're not missing out on much. All right. Anyway, let him. Listen, I don't think he's the devil. I don't think he's the most horrible person in the world, but I think that there is some shadation with him, as Wendy Williams would say. I don't know if she's ever said that, but it sounds like a word she would say. Shadation. You're welcome. Hi, hi, Katarina. Does S still have feelings for me? I think he did in the past, and we have a spiritual connection, karmic soulmate, I think. All right. All right. Katarina. Let me see. Katarina. Katarina. Yeah, Katarina, I think he absolutely still has feelings for you. I think the feelings are very intense. I think that this is something very special, and in a way his feelings for you are very complicated, but all in a good way. Um anyway, yeah, I think he definitely still likes you. And I actually get the sense that something will come of this. Um, Varushka, may I please have a general reading? Okay. Varushka. Varushka. Well, Varushka, I think that you're on the right track. I see a lot of I believe that there are very powerful forces at play in your life right now. I see some really big things going on. Um, some big energy at work. Um, I do think you're on the right path. The only area of concern that I see is that you don't know what your power is. Um, I think you need to examine your life and figure out, ask yourself, what am I capable of? What are the things that I can change? What are the things I cannot change? Why can't I change them? Maybe think deeply about yourself, your life, your desires, where they come from. Um, kind of think deeply about a lot of different things. But I think the main thing here, the only blockage I see in your energy is about power, knowing what your power is and the things that you can really change in your life and how you might go about doing that. Um, things that you excel at, places that you may fall short, and try to figure out where your power lies in this whole equation. All right? Alrighty. Damn it. You're welcome, Verushka. Thank you for the question. All right, I'm probably going to stay live for just another few minutes, and then I'm going to take off. I might be going out to eat with my dad today, which I'm not sure if I really want to go, but I could get like a salad or something. And I really need to go to the store and buy some vegetables, some frozen vegetables. I don't like to buy fresh vegetables really because I always end up throwing them out. But I really want to try to lose some weight, and which is I'm gonna have to eat some vegetables. Not that I dislike them that much, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm really not much of a big eater anyway. I love drinking. I love drinking alcohol, but not even alcohol, not even just alcohol. I love to drink. Like, I love drinking ice water. I love drinking coffee. I love drinking cocktails. I just love drinking. But eating, I'm not really big on eating anyway, so I don't really care. It's not the end of the world if I have to restrict my diet to only certain things. That I can live with. Thank God I don't have some kind of food addiction. I know some people have that. Yeah. Um, um, yeah, I like to buy frozen vegetables and I like to cook with them. I want to buy, I think I will go out with my dad today and go to a restaurant I'm just going to get like a small salad and maybe a cup of water, but I'm going to get a ton of frozen vegetables and keep them in my freezer. I want to get, because there's a bulk store that's in my town, and I can go there and get 2 giant bags of frozen mixed vegetables. And that's what I want. I want to get like 2 of them. I could probably fit 2 in my freezer. Anyway. Anyway, so I'm going to go now. I stayed live for 2 hours. It has officially been 2 hours as of right now. So I did what I said I would do. I was live for at least 2 hours. I wanted to stay on for like 3, but my dad is actually probably going to call me soon, and I really need to get out today. So thank you for coming. Thank you for all your questions. If you're watching this in the future, I hope you had fun listening to me and reading the chat and the comments and stuff. And I promise I will start going live a lot more often in the coming days. All right. Bye, everyone. And please check out some of my other videos. There's a lot of good stuff on my channel. Bye.